Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is some interesting stuff going on at this part of the series with Taunton Town, so let's jump straight into what's been happening. First of all, in game a couple of weeks ago, we got this job offer. But unfortunately, after a lovely cup of tea and a chat with Mr. Reynolds, they decided that we were not the right fit for the Wrexham job. Cheers for that, Ryan. In terms of Taunton itself, we've kind of had a bit of a mixed bag of results since yesterday's episode. We obviously lost that match against Exeter. We then went on an unbeaten run, but it does contain 3 draws and 3 wins, so very much a mixed bag. But nice that our 3-1 thumping against Portsmouth didn't affect us too much. We have just lost 4-1 against Flyde, but equally, it was only 2 days after the match against Torquay, so we had a lot of tired players. However, that's not the most important thing that's happening. Most important thing that's happening is this, and that is an approach by Grimsby Town to offer us a 1-year contract to go and manage their club. They haven't actually sacked their manager. He's just left to go somewhere else. In fact, if we have a quick look at them, because I didn't take that much notice, it's Paul Hurst. He's left. He's now manager at Birmingham, who are in the Sky Bet Championship. So a nice bit of step up for him away from Grimsby. We don't really want to leave Taunton, but equally, if we have a look at Grimsby Town, they are currently 4th in the Sky Bet League 1. They did get promoted from the Sky Bet League 2 last season, so they've done a little bit like we have at Taunton, which is get promoted and then found themselves in the playoff positions very, very quickly. If we have a look at what they look like at the moment, 12 wins, 7 draws and 5 losses this season, which is obviously led to their manager leaving the club. But actually, they've got 2 games in hand and they're only 3 points off the top. So if we went in and had a really good start to the season, we could find ourselves in 1st position in League 1. And that, I think, is too good an opportunity to turn up. As much as it pains me to leave Taunton, it does look like we're heading over to Grimsby Town. We obviously need to go and have a quick chat with the chairman and see what he wants us to do. We can see here there's some club vision stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. This is quite a semi-substantial pay bump for us, with the promise of a wage rise if we get promoted as well. So maybe we can get that to 1.5k. They've accepted that straight away. I should have asked them for more money. And before we hit continue on this, I think we need to go and say goodbye to some of our players at Taunton Town. Some fantastic players we've brought in this season. Jazz Wallace here, 15 appearances, starting and 4 off the bench with 7 goals to his name. Leon Chiwome is actually a player I think we need to have a look at if we're at Grimsby. I mean, he's got the potential to be a League 1 standard player. I think he'd do a lot of good in their youth academy at the moment. He's only 18. He's played 23 games, 2 of them off the bench, and scored 23 goals for us, which is absolutely amazing. Tamar Fleary as well. He's come in. He's had a pretty good start to life at Taunton. And then we've got right down here at the bottom, our worst current player, Martel Taylor-Crosdale, the absolute king of Taunton. Even being the worst player, he's having an all right season. He's had 2 fantastic seasons with us. He scored over 50 goals, 25 plus 20. But overall, for the club, he has scored over 50 goals in his time here. He was a fantastic signing. I'm going to be very, very sorry to leave this team, but equally, if we have a look at this, I think we were probably going to be annoying some players very soon, because we've had to agree to improve the training facility so many times to get players to join the club that eventually these guys are all going to be annoyed. We were going to have lots of turnover. So probably the right time to move on. We hit continue then. We process this, and Grimsby Town hire James Edworthy to join their club. You can see my lovely face there. I probably need to change that photo and get a bit of a better quality one. And a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate. Jay Edworthy has left Taunton to join Grimsby. I'm still a little bit upset about that. We have a record of 56 wins, 38 draws and 34 defeats in our career, which I think is very, very good. Our first game in charge with Grimsby will be against Wigan, which I think is in a day or maybe 2 days time. Today's episode is going to be very much have a look around Grimsby Town, get to know the squad a little bit, and then try and hit the ground running. Media prediction is for us to finish 24th. I mean, it's still a step up even if we get relegated. But as I mentioned, if we can somehow get this team firing on all cylinders and playing like they have been, then we're on to a winner. We have no transfer budget, £54,000 of a wage budget. We're having a little look here. The club history then, Grimsby Town have won the Sky Bet Championship twice. That must have been a while ago. When were they in the Premier League? A long time ago, I'd imagine. They've won one Sky Bet League 1, one Sky Bet League 2, a Papa John's Trophy, and 2 Football League 3rd Division North titles. They play at Blundell Park then with a capacity of just over 9,000. And having a look at their training facilities, they're below average training facilities, below average youth facilities, fairly basic youth recruitment. So we could end up having a fairly similar problem to what we've just had at Taunton, which is lots of players coming in, wanting us to go and improve those training facilities. Talking to our chairperson, though, he thinks our best formation is a 4-4-2. That's interesting at this level. You'd think maybe a 4-4-2 wouldn't be the sort of formation you're playing, but I mean, I'm all for it. It's worked for us before. They have got quite a lot of demands, this chairman here at Grimsby Town. We can see the board culture. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. I have absolutely no problem with. Who wants to be signing players over 30? I think we all want to be looking for those wonder kids, those young players we can bring through. I know a lot of people like playing Football Manager that way. So do I. I want to play defensively solid football. That might be a little bit more of a problem. Not exactly my forte. Direct football again, which I have a bit of an issue with. Make the most of set pieces and play counter-attacking football. So it's not actually dissimilar to the club culture at Taunton. It's very similar to what they want us to do. They want us to work within the wage budget and grow the club's reputation, which is actionable objectives. Maximum 1-year contracts for players over the age of 33. No issue with that. End of current season, be competitive in the FA Cup, be competitive in the Carabao Cup, be competitive in the EFL Trophy. Is the EFL Trophy Papa John's, I think? And they want us to finish in the top half of League One, which seems achievable at the moment. And then from there, they just want us to keep finishing in the top half of League One. I think we can be more ambitious in this. They've also got a lot of supporter culture here. Develop players using the club's youth system, play entertaining, attacking, possession football, make the most of set pieces. If we happen to place rival Scunthorpe, they want us to win them. They want us to win against Lincoln, against Hull, and they expect us this season to gain automatic promotion to the Championship. So the supporters, definitely a little bit more demanding than the board. That could be an issue. We've got a youth intake preview. Second email in, youth intake preview. Excellent intake with an A for goalkeepers, defensive midfielders and attacking midfielders and wingers. That's a lovely sight to see. Of course, if you haven't ever done it, you can pop down below, hit the join button. You can become a member on the channel and you can get one of these players named after yourself. Obviously, once we can see them. Supporter profile, we've got lots of core fans is the vast majority here, 43% of them. We just had a look at this, of course, and we just had a look at that. We're just going to have now a little bit of a wander around the club, I guess, and see what we're going to be doing with Grimsby Town. And I think the first place you have to head when you join a new club is straight over to the squad page. If we just highlight all of these players, now have a look, we have got a 26-man squad, although some of these down the bottom definitely not going to be getting any first team football this season, I don't think. Our best player then is Joe Hilton, an English goalkeeper. He is an actual Grimsby player. We paid £975 for him down in League 2. And actually, 24 appearances, 19 conceded. I'm pretty happy with that. I can deal with that. That is very, very good. He's got great aerial reach. How tall is this lad? He is a goalkeeper, 6'6". I mean, we'll take that. We've then got Harry Clifton, who is a central midfielder, ball-winning midfielder, or a box-to-box. I like that a lot as well here at Grimsby. We've got Alex Hunt. I just want to check as well, actually, that I'm not hiding any players. No, I'm not. Cool. Alex Hunt, another ball-winning midfielder or a deep-line playmaker. I mean, he can play a few different roles of equal quality, can't he? He can play ball-winning midfielder, deep-line playmaker, Carrilero, an advanced playmaker, and a central midfielder, all at 3.5 stars. Lovely stuff. We've got Anthony Glennon as well, a 3.5 star left back. I'm just wondering, yeah, decent League One player. So all these players are actually good enough for this league. And yet the media expect us to finish 24th, which seems a little bit mad. Nathan Holland over here, a 3.5 star inverted winger. We paid £90,000 for him this year. He looks like he's doing all right, if not doing anything spectacular. Jordan Maguire Drew as well, our inverted winger for the other side. I don't think we're going to be playing a 4-4-2, boy, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1. He was been at Grimsby for a few seasons. He looks like he's doing all right as well. And then it kind of goes down from there. I'm just going to see if I can pull this over a little bit, because this is a little bit annoying. I don't like that it's got so much stuff that I can't see the potential over here. Let's just see if I can fix that. There we go. I'll have a little bit more of a fiddle off camera, but that's a little bit better. So if we go top potential, we've got James DeBio. I think he's actually out on loan at the moment. He's not. He's in on loan. Okay, so he's in on loan. I don't think he's going to be getting a huge amount of game time. He's probably not. He's a National League standard player. Why have we got this guy in on loan? That seems a little bit mad. Harry Clifton is our main, highest potential player at 4 stars. So there is a bit of potential in the squad. Maybe not a huge amount, but definitely a little bit in here. Have a look at our development centre as well. No players worth noting. That's not quite as fun. In terms of the wage budget, we're currently spending 37,000 and we can spend up to 54,000. We've got £17,000 in the wage budget, Kitty. Why are we not spending more money? We have, of course, as well. It is the 30th of December, so the transfer window is going to open in a minute. I mean, we've got no transfer budget, but you would think we could do maybe that, have a little bit of money in the transfer budget and still have a bit of wage budget. How much is our highest paid player getting paid? He's only getting paid 2,900. So actually that would be enough to bring in 2 or 3 more players if we feel like we need them. And I feel like maybe we do. Where are we struggling then? We've got 10 goals out of Baker Richardson, who is our right midfielder or striker. I would assume they've been playing him as a striker. We've then got 6 goals out of another striker, Caleb Chukwuemeka. I've definitely pronounced that wrong. We're just going to ignore that completely. Assists-wise then, most of those coming from Alex Hunt in midfield, followed by Harry Clifton, who we've already seen. Okay, I mean, this looks like a semi-reasonable squad, I think. I think if we just go over to tactics, we're just going to go straight into a gegenpress. And I think we're going to go for a 4-2-3-1. I'm not playing with defensive midfielders, though. We're going to kind of swap this round a little bit. And I guess this all kind of depends on what roles players can play, which might take some looking into. But if we were to just go, let's assume that's a deep line playmaker, and we basically make this a little bit like we just had at Taunton. So that was all like that. That was all fine. And we just quick pick that. Actually, we don't quick pick it. We pick without restriction, pick best 11. This is what the assistant manager suggests is our best 11. I would argue that if DeBio is actually our best central defender with a National League standard player, we probably straight away need to bring in a centre-back. If we have a look over here, then Glennon, I'd be perfectly happy with him. I feel like Okindina as well, we'd be pretty happy with him. He's maybe not quite of the quality we need, but he's reasonable. I feel like we need some central defenders. We've then got Dakares Gogley over here as well, just joined us. He is League 2 player. I feel like our defence is probably the thing that needs improving here, because if you then look at the midfield, Clifton and Alex Hunt, both 3.5 stars. We've then got Werner over here, who isn't fantastic on that side, so maybe we could do some improvement there. Maguire, Drew, again, yeah, I feel like he's okay. Up front, we've got Baker Richardson, national standard play. Yeah, we need to improve this squad a little bit, I feel, if we're going to do anything this season, remembering we're meant to finish in the top half of this league, and realistically, with that going on, I'd quite like to push for promotion. Hold on, did it say we were playing Wigan next? Why is this all weird as well? I don't like it. We're playing Wigan next. Wigan are 3rd. We are 4th, and we have 2 games in hand. So if we can beat Wigan by hook or by crook, we are going to pretty much knock them out of this title race. We then got Bristol City and Huddersfield. When do we play them? Huddersfield we play directly after. Oh, tomorrow's episode. Wigan and Huddersfield, 1st and 3rd, and we've got 2 games in hand. I mean, we could end this title race in tomorrow's episode. This is absolute madness. That is going to be very, very exciting. There's the ground, of course, Blundell Park as well. Anthony Glennon is our captain, who's our vice captain, Harry Clifton. I'm kind of happy with this. Let me know what you guys think down below. Was this the right choice to move to this club? Are you just joining this as well? This is a perfect time to sort of jump into the series, I think, with a new club, either today or tomorrow. But if you're here, you're jumping in now, and I feel like it's going to be quite a fun time to jump into this this series, really. There's lots of teams here, lots of variety of how many games the teams have played. I can only assume that maybe our ground needs improving. Maybe we've had some waterlogged pitch. Maybe it's other people's waterlogged pitch. Projection wise as well, we're expected to make a profit. I really, really like that. I wonder as well, if I go on my shortlist, there was a player that kept coming up a minute ago when I was at Taunton. Let me just see if I can find him. It's this guy. Now, you can't see too much because we need to give him a scout. Can we actually scout him? Do we not have any scouts? Do we actually not? We don't have any scouts whatsoever. Right now makes things a little bit more difficult going into the transfer window. I feel like we're going to need to hire some staff. This isn't going to cut it. But if we go back and have a look at this guy. Oh, that's so concerning. Outside scouting scope. Because we don't have any scouts. He looked really, really good. He's actually a Crawley player down in League 2, and he's on loan at Dagenham and Redbridge. He's only made 2 appearances for them, got an assist and a 7.15 rating, but he looked like he would be something special. So I feel like we're going to give him a scout. But what we've just realised is we don't have any staff. This is going to be fun. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be absolute madness. We've already been knocked out of the FA Cup. We've already been knocked out of the Carabao Cup. So I'm not sure how we're meant to be competitive in that. And in the Papa John's Trophy, we face Lincoln in about a week's time or so. So you'd hope we'd be winning that one against Lincoln. This is all very, very interesting. I think it's going to be a long evening for me as I try and muddle my way through this. Literally, we have got 2 days before we face Wigan. The transfer window opens that day. We've got no scouts. This could be a very, very long evening for me. New club join then. It's going to be a new era at Grimsby. If you're excited for that, please do drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. You want to follow along with this part of our journey in our Zero to Hero series as we join Grimsby Town. And let me know down in the comments below if you're a Taunton fan. Maybe you're a little bit disappointed we've left. Would you like me to continue the Taunton save somewhere else? I did mention before in a previous video, maybe taking that Taunton save over to Twitch or something similar, or doing something with it, because I think that would actually be a lot of fun. But let me know what you think down below. Until next time though, guys, thank you very much for watching today. I'll see you tomorrow as we start our journey with Grimsby Town. Bye bye.